Moment of truth. I'm really going to do it this time, Lily declares, her hands clenching into fists in excitement and anxiety. I give her an encouraging smile. You're going to do great. And she's absolutely going to say yes. I nod firmly. Of course. Wait. What if she doesn't? Panic flashes across her face. I let out a resigned sigh. This is the second time in the last 30 minutes she's spiraled into worry. Lily is my best friend, and we've known each other since childhood. She has chestnut curls and a sprinkle of freckles across her cheeks. I'm Harper, sporting a pixie cut and light brown skin. I don't think much about how I look, but Lily always insists that she admires my uniqueness. We're both 20 now. Lily's off at university, while I decided to take a gap year to figure out my path. We're both openly part of the LGBTQ+ community. Lily identifies as bisexual and I'm a lesbian. Today, she's finally ready to propose to Mia, someone she's admired for quite a while. Lily has a history of having crushes, but this seems different. It'll be fine. I know she'll say yes, I reassure her. She begins to pace my room, tugging at her hair nervously. But what if she doesn't feel the same way? Mia is so brilliant and confident. I'm not sure if I'm enough for her. Lily, you're more than enough. You're kind and thoughtful, and anyone would be lucky to be with you. She sits on the edge of my bed, looking defeated. And what if I'm not pretty enough? Lily, you're stunning. Don't let those insecurities get to you. Her shoulders lump as she rests her forehead on her knees. Why would she want to be with someone like me? Because you're amazing. You bring joy to everyone's lives. Just think about how you've always supported me. There's no reason Mia would say no. She looks up, the hint of a smile breaking through. Thanks, Harper. You always know how to lift me up. Of course. You can do this, I say, giving her a reassuring hug. Lily pulls out her phone and takes a deep breath. I'll ask her to meet me at the cafe in the park. It's perfect. I smile as she calls Mia. Hey, Mia. Would you like to meet at the cafe in the park? Really? Awesome. I'll see you in a bit. After hanging up, Lily beams at me. I've got to go. I'll call you after, right? Absolutely. Promise me to come back and share every detail, I reply, walking her to the door. As she steps out onto the bustling street, I feel a mix of excitement and anxiety for her. What if it doesn't go well? The walls of my room are adorned with a collage of photographs chronicling our friendship. The earliest are of us as toddlers, playing in the backyard of our childhood homes. I pause on a favorite snapshot from elementary school where we dressed up as pirates and mermaids for Halloween, their smiles large and carefree. There are photos from our middle school dances, where we attended as dates for each other without anyone else. We twirled and laughed through the night, excited to share the moment. Then, there's a photo from our high school years, featuring the time Lily stood by my side after my girlfriend, Sophie, moved away unexpectedly. I remember how I sat in darkness, and Lily, armed with her ever-thoughtful approach, snuck in with her favorite cookies to lift my spirits. Not far from that, there's a picture from prom. That was when I finally came out to my parents, and Lily had her first serious girlfriend. I went alone, but when everything fell apart for her, I was there to comfort her. I run my fingers over the array of memories, lingering a moment longer on a photo of us with sky-high smiles, moments before my own heartbreak. I sometimes see a hint of jealousy from the girls who dated Lily while we hung out. Were they threatened by our bond? I chuckle at the thought, but it causes a deep ache in my chest. I wish things were different. Part of me longs to acknowledge the spark between us. I find myself wishing Lily would see me in that way. If she did, maybe I would finally muster the courage to confess my own feelings. We kissed once at a party, during a night filled with too much laughter and a little too much punch. It was blissful and effortless until daylight revealed to me what it really meant, leaving me heartbroken when I realized she had no memory of it. I consider texting her. I could just say it now, before MIA arrives. I wipe away any hint of tears, holding my phone in front of me, debating, Lily, you're everything to me. I've been in love with you since we were kids. Would you make me the happiest person and be with me forever? My finger hovers over the send button as I heard a knock at the door. I answer it and my breath catches as I spot Sophie standing there, a hopeful look in her eyes. Sophie stands in the doorway, her familiar curly hair fluttering softly in the breeze. Time seems to freeze for a moment as I process her unexpected presence. Hey, Harper, she greets, her voice carrying a mix of warmth and nervousness. Can I come in? I step aside, my mind racing. Of course. I reply, trying to mask the whirlpool of emotions surging inside me. Sophie walks in, the space suddenly filled with memories, the late-night talks, the laughter, and the heartbreak. We haven't seen each other since she moved away 2 years ago, and I had never quite adjusted to her absence. I was in town and thought maybe we could catch up, she suggests, glancing around my room, taking in the photos that reflect a time once shared. Yeah, sure. That sounds great, I say, trying to keep my tone casual despite the turbulence brewing in my chest. As we settle on my bed, I'm painfully aware of the weight of unspoken words. I glance at her, still stunning with her radiant smile, and all those old feelings flood back, the joy, the comfort, and even the pain. So, how have you been? She asks, a tentative smile lighting her face as she fiddles with her fingers. I've been okay. Just trying to figure out my next steps. You know how it is. I shrug, thoughts drifting towards Lily and her impending proposal. Sophie nods, her expression shifting to something more serious. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I missed you a lot when I moved. It was really hard leaving everything behind. Her words pull me back, creating a knot in my stomach. I missed you too, Sophie. A lot, I admit quietly, my heart heavy with the truth I've held tightly. Just then, my phone buzzes and I look down to see a message from Lily. I'm here. Waiting. My heart races. Should I tell Sophie? Sorry, it's just a friend, I mumble, tucking the phone away. Sophie leans in a bit closer, her eyes narrowing in curiosity. Is it Lily? I hesitate, feeling a rush of protectiveness over Lily's vulnerability. Yeah, she's been trying to propose to MIA today. Sophie looks thoughtful as she tilts her head. You're really happy for her, right? Of course. Lily deserves to be happy, I reply quickly, the sincerity in my voice calming my inner turmoil. We sit in silence for a moment, the air thick with words left unsaid. I can feel a lingering connection beneath the surface, a tension that reminds me of everything we once had. Can I ask you something, Harper? Sophie finally says, breaking the quiet. I nod, bracing myself. Sure, ask away. Did you ever regret what happened between us? She seems hesitant but determined, searching my face for answers. I feel the color rise in my cheeks, the memories swirling again, how everything ended, the way I felt abandoned. It was confusing, I admit. But I realize now that I cared about you a lot. Sophie bites her lip, a flicker of hope in her eyes. I felt the same. Leaving was hard, and I never wanted to hurt you. I just didn't know how to manage everything. Before I can respond, the anxiety of Lily's impending moment resurfaces in my mind. Listen, I really want to support Lily today. I think she's about to take a huge step, and I want to be there for her, I say, diverting the conversation away. She nods, understanding. I get it. Friends come first. We share a brief, quiet moment. I know I need to be there for Lily, but a part of me is drawn back to Sophie, the unresolved feelings, the nostalgia, and their what could have been. Just as the tension begins to settle with Sophie's acceptance, another message pinged on my phone, pulling my attention once more. She's here. I'm freaking out. I try to quicken my breaths, forcing a smile. I need to go support Lily. She's about to propose. Sophie's smile dims slightly, but she nods. Of course. You have to be there for her, she says softly, standing up. I really appreciate you coming back, Soph. I hope we can catch up again sometime. I suggest. Definitely, she replies, her eyes brightening again. Take care of her. I rush to the door, my heart pounding not just for Lily but for the whirlwind of emotion Sophie brings back to the surface. As I step outside, the fresh air surrounds me, grounding me in the moment. I shake my head to rid myself of lingering thoughts and focus on what matters, my best friend. I move quickly through the park, the vibrant colors of flowers and laughter from nearby families fade into the background. Spotting Lily nervously pacing beside the cafe, I feel my excitement surge. Lily! I call out, and her head snaps in my direction. The moment her eyes land on me, her anxiety morphs into an expression filled with hope. Harper, I don't know if I can do this, she admits, her voice tinged with a mixture of fear and vulnerability. I stride over to her, placing a reassuring hand on her shoulder. You can do this. You've got all the love you need right here. Just focus on what you feel. She takes a deep breath, punctuating it with a determined nod. You're right. I need to do this. Watching her pull herself together feels like witnessing the moment she fully steps into her own power. I can't help but grin, completely supportive. Go on, I'm right here, I encourage, watching as she shifts her weight anxiously. With one last deep breath, she moves towards Mia, who's just stepping into view, a warm smile gracing her lips. Lily's heart is set on this moment, and despite my own personal turmoil, I find the strength to be there for her. I watch as a flurry of emotions plays across Lily's face, nervousness, excitement, and hope. It's an echo of the moment when I first kissed her, the day when I realized that my feelings for her were more than just friendship. And maybe, just maybe, despite everything else, I could find a way to reconcile my own feelings once the dust settles. Right now, it's all about her, about love in all its forms lighting up our world. Lily approaches Mia with newfound confidence, and I can't help but smile at the profound beauty of friendship and love intertwined. The journey is just beginning, and I can't wait to see where it leads us all. As Lily approaches Mia, my heart races with anticipation to see whether this moment will forge a new chapter in their love story. Mia stands beneath a canopy of blossoms, the sunlight filtering through, casting a warm glow around her. She appears blissfully unaware of the weight of the moment that's about to unfold. I settle in at a distance, giving them space yet remaining close enough to catch every detail. Lily takes one last deep breath, her shoulders squared with determination. My palms are clammy, a testament to the strong emotions in the air. Hey, Mia. I'm so glad you came. Lily calls out, her voice ringing with a vibrancy I hadn't heard before. Mia looks up from her phone, a smile lighting up her face as she approaches. Of course. I wouldn't miss this. What's going on? You seem extra excited today. Lily fidgets, her hands twisting the edges of her shirt. I can see the nervous energy pulsating in her expression, her eyes darting back to me for a split second before she gathers her courage. Mia, I have something important I need to tell you, Lily begins, her voice steady despite the whirlwind inside her. As I observe from where I'm standing, I feel a deep-rooted ache inside me. Supporting Lily is everything, and yet the struggle between my own feelings and her happiness makes it difficult to breathe. I've been thinking about us a lot lately, Lily continues, her gaze locked onto Mia's. You make me incredibly happy, and I want to share my life with you. Mia's curiosity peaks, alongside a look of genuine warmth. Lily, I feel the same. You're such an amazing person, she replies, her smile broadening. Lily takes a step closer, and I can almost see her heart racing in her chest. I know we've taken our time, but I want us to be more than just friends. I want to take this leap, I want to be with you forever. With those words, Lily pulls out a delicate silver ring, sparkling in the sunlight. My breath catches in my throat as I realize what's about to happen. For a moment, the world around us fades away. MIA, will you marry me? Lily asks, her voice steady and clear, filled with all the courage she had mustered. A stunned silence stretches across the park, only broken by the rustle of leaves in the breeze. I hold my breath, watching as Mia's eyes widen, a mixture of shock and joy crossing her features. Yes. Yes, of course. MIA exclaims, nearly leaping into Lily's arms. Relief floods through me as Lily slips the ring onto Mia's finger. In that instant, their laughter and excited chatter fill the air, a sound so pure it washes over everything else. Seeing them together, wrapped in each other's warmth, brings a smile to my face, even as my heart feels a contradictory pang. Moments like this remind me of the beauty of love in all its forms, yet I can't shake the feeling of what remains unspoken between Lily and me. I quietly step back to give them some space, heading to a nearby bench. I try to focus on Lily's happiness, but the echo of my own feelings looms larger than life. Despite knowing my role as her biggest supporter, the remnants of hope intertwining with my unacknowledged love for her linger in my thoughts. Eventually, Lily and MIA settle next to me, the glittering engagement ring shining brightly. Both women are beaming with joy, their faces alight with affection. I can't believe it. You actually did it, I say, trying to keep the enthusiasm genuine. Thanks to you. I would have been a complete wreck without your support, Lily replies, her eyes sparkling. I'm just so happy for you both, I manage, swallowing the bittersweetness in my throat. Lily's expression softens as she takes my hand. I mean it, Harper. I couldn't have done this without you. You've always been my rock. I squeeze her hand back, feelings tumbling inside of me like a storm. Her words mean the world to me, but they also make me acutely aware of the distance between us, of the love I haven't yet expressed. I'm glad you found happiness with MIA, I say softly. You truly deserve it. Just wait for the wedding planning. Lily chirps, and my heart sinks momentarily at the thought. I'm going to need your help every step of the way. I smile, despite the ache in my chest. I'd never miss it for the world, I promise. MIA leans closer to Lily, wrapping her arms around her waist. This is just the beginning for us, she says, and the warmth in her tone bolsters my resolve to be there for them, no matter what. As dusk begins to settle over the park, the colors of the sky shifting beautifully, I'm reminded that love shapes us all in varied ways. Finding closure from my own feelings will take time, but in that moment, I know supporting Lily's happiness is where I need to be. Before long, the sun dips below the horizon, and laughter fills the air as they discuss their plans for a future together. I lean back on the bench, feeling a comforting peace wash over me. It's not how I'd imagined my day would go, but in this moment, seeing them so effortlessly woven together, I can't deny the depth of joy swelling in my heart. Life has a way of unfolding in unexpected patterns, the roads still twist ahead, coated in uncertainty, but in the warmth of friendship and love, I choose to find my own path amidst it all. As they chatter excitedly, my mind flutters to the idea of telling Lily my feelings one day. Perhaps in time, I can work past the fears and complexities to step into my own truth. But for now, witnessing her joy as she embarks on this new journey feels like the right place to be. Maybe love, in its many forms, will ultimately lead us both there together, just down different paths.